Hey, I'm now live. What's up, y'all? I'm still dealing with COVID and the flu, but I'm here. I'm definitely here. Got a good show as always planned for tonight, but I wanted to come on here a couple minutes early and talk about something real quick. It's lost yet another friend today to suicide. Probably not going to be able to say much without breaking into tears, because this shit sucks. This shit sucks. It really does. He was a young kid. He had so much going for him. Had no idea either, and I've been sick for a week. I haven't seen him. I didn't have any fucking clue. Um, if anybody out there knows anybody that you think might be at risk, if anybody out there is at risk, you got any feelings, any shit going on, tell somebody for real. I mean, I know it's not necessarily that easy. It's hard to deal with the shit going on in your head sometimes, and sometimes it just fucking goes that way. But there's always somebody there. There's always somebody here. Reach out to me or Fame or pretty much anybody, Sweet Pea, pretty much anybody in the underground. If you need somebody to talk to, we're there. You know? I mean, I might not get back to you right away, especially now being as sick as I am, but I will definitely get back to you. Don't do something that you can't take back. You know, it doesn't really it doesn't really solve the problem, and it leaves behind a wake of disaster. Because everybody that gave a shit now has to deal with you gone. But anyway, I'm about to lose my shit, so um much love. We're gonna get this shit rolling. We're gonna get this party on the road. Tiny Tim coming up, and we will talk to you in a bit.
Tiny Tim TJ.
My life is planned out, but I don't know what the plan is. What is my future while I'm still on this planet? I'm not that old, am I successful? Maybe a little bit. People yell my name across the country and I'm loving it. But maybe in the future music could have a crash. Artists like me are people that cannot last. Or maybe in this life I could go global platinum. One of my albums could take me across the world with this rapping. Or maybe in the future I could have a simple life. A couple kids, two-story house, a beautiful wife. That's the dream, but I know I won't have that for a long time. I'm stressing about this now, but I gotta worry about my own life. It really could end tomorrow, so I can't think about it too much. But I wanna know where this path could take us. Maybe in the future I can learn, but for now I'm stuck with the mystery of learning how my days pan. Maybe in the future I'll get rich, or maybe I can just be somewhere dead in a ditch. Maybe in the future I'll have kids, leave my legacy behind and raise some legends. Maybe in the future I'll have myself a wife and a house in the suburbs, living a good life. Or maybe in the future I can get to be so old that I can finally I'm seen as different just cause I tried to make it with the music. But death, the demons, all I scream until I die. I'm God following, my faith will guide me to whatever until my flatline. Maybe in the future I'll get rich, or maybe I can just be somewhere dead in a ditch. Maybe in the future I'll have kids, leave my legacy behind and raise some legends. Maybe in the future I'll have myself a wife and a house in the suburbs, living a good life. Or maybe in the future I can get to be so old that I can finally see this wretched world come to a close. Maybe in the future I'll get rich, or maybe I can just be somewhere dead in a ditch. Maybe in the future I'll have kids, leave my legacy behind and raise some legends. Maybe in the future I'll have myself a wife and a house in the suburbs, living a good life. Or maybe in the future I can get to be so old that I can finally see this wretched world come to a close. Maybe in the future I'll get rich, or maybe I can just be somewhere dead in a ditch. Maybe in the future I'll have kids, leave my legacy behind and raise some legends. Maybe in the future I'll have myself a wife and a house in the suburbs, living a good life. Or maybe in the future I can get to be so old that I can finally see this wretched world come to a close.
Masquerade to hide my pain, mask away my fucking face. Halloween's my real birthday, might go play my killer game. Like Dead by Daylight, stab your face, leave you on the hook to stay. Hunger from the in-to-date or into my mental moray. I'm not predictable, eat your flesh like Kincaid ghoul. Crack my fist into your skull, I don't give a piss if you think I'm cool. Drown your face into a pool, jigsaw cutting clean right through. Young KC might be a ghoul, never have I been a fucking fool. Let you see the darkness spill out of my head when I'm dead. I'ma be the ghost looking underneath your bed, grinning my teeth, drip blood so masquerade to hide my pain, mask away my fucking face. Halloween's my real birthday, might go play my killer game. Like Dead by Daylight, snap your face, leave you on the hook to stay. Hunger from the in-to-date or into my mental moray.
In my masquerade, we all playing games. If you lose, oh well, it's the end of your days. I always use a mask to cover up my face so they can't identify me when I kill and get away. I feel like throwing a party and it's gonna be a ball. If you can match or attire, then you're invited, just call. But I cannot guarantee that you'll make it out alive. If KC comes around, I'll just say that you're all gonna die. But not me, cause I'm helping in the shadows. I'm masked up, slipping through, adding to the pile. This party turned into a bloodbath real fast, but that is to be expected when you walk in our path. This young killer clown, well, he has my full support. He's not all the way understood, but that just helps him more. If you step up and try to off this crazy guy, you might get your head bust. That's how we do it right. Ay.
See the darkness spill out of my head when I'm dead. I'ma be the ghost looking underneath your bed, grinning my teeth, drip blood so masquerade to hide my pain, mask away my fucking face. Halloween's my real birthday, might go play my killer game. Like Dead by Daylight, snap your face, leave you on the hook to stay. Hunger from the in-to-date or into my mental moray.
I knew I wanted to be a ninja ever since I was young, but not just any ninja, the first radioactive one. I practiced in Chernobyl just so I could get some toxins all up in my body and become all I wanted. I was trained by the wickedest, the hardest and the strong. My mind was like a blade, such as the one I carried on my arm. 10 years later, my dream had been reached. I was a toxic, wicked ninja. Most said I was a beast.
I am the toxic, wicked ninja. I am the toxic, wicked ninja.
My suit was green, my look was mean. I brought fear to anyone who's seen my outline. In the night, all mysterious until I break inside and reveal my true skill. The fastest moves, more agile with every one I killed. My katana was my best friend. All the poison damage was useful, and if it might thief, it was my favorite weapon. After defeating hundreds, I decided to go global and see all that I could defeat the international ninja scene.
I am the toxic, wicked ninja. I am the toxic, wicked ninja.
The Japanese were nothing to me, and the Vietnamese were quick to fall. Seems like I'm undefeatable. All these bodies are beautiful. I carry them into their graves as the blood drips on my suit. I don't care much though, it just got the wickedness I've seen it choose. I traveled down to the infamous Fake Forest. I hear there is a ninja unlike anything seen before it. We battle it out for so many days until one evening when I draw my weapon about, cause I'm half the ninja he is.
I am the toxic, wicked ninja. I am the toxic, wicked ninja.
Everybody walking around town, all we say is everybody in the ruined city streets can hear. While walking through the counties, all we say is everybody in the whole country says. Everybody in the town streets, country says he sucks. We're all starving to death because our crops have turned to dust. Nobody can drive because all of our cars have rust. At the end of the day, all we can say is, do you hate him? I do too, I bet I hate him more than you. I can name a list of things I'd do if I saw him walking through, but he's dead, so what's the point of holding grudges? I tell you what, just listen to our highest judges. He killed my wife, he killed my son, he killed my dog. Well, that's no fun. You see, everybody hates him all around town. That blasting man and Tim caused all of this around. Do you see the sun in the sky? We haven't for a month, and the rain is non-existent. Our only water is mud. The lakes have all dried out, and the crops have all died. And it's more of a starve, it's more of a wild ride. People have resorted to murder to keep our rations held high. Sometimes we get confused and people are buried alive. So look at this, it's obvious we're all losing our minds. Our sense of society has died with mankind. Everybody walk around town, all we say is everybody in the ruined city streets can hear. While walking through the counties, all we say is everybody in the whole country says. Everybody in this whole broken world says. Every time another person is dead, we say we wish him nothing but hurts, we say. We hope he rots in hell forever, yell. Forever yell.
Flesh, but I wanna feed on yours. My rotting facial features are something you can't ignore. And while my lore may be completely skeletal, I still have some features of a human, and I'll use them to lure unsuspecting victims. They won't even feel a thing till I bite into their skin and listen to them scream. I only do my deeds for the mutated night
Journal 1. This is Agent Hawkins. The zombie apocalypse is spreading quickly. What a fascinating virus. If only I could get close enough to an infected and analyze their skin without them mating all my organs. I've survived this long, and that comes as no surprise. With how advanced my mind is, I'm sure that I will never die. These primitive creatures have no use against me. Even with their toxic emissions, I can still defeat them.
This is the zombie apocalypse. Nobody can escape. Nobody will live. This is the zombie apocalypse. Nobody can escape. Nobody will live.
Book from 51 had more use than I expected. I found out it can control the undead. So I raised a bunch of my victims and I ordered them to attack. They were killing most of everybody. I can never pay them back. I don't intend to anyways. What a shame, these puny little rotting beasts will soon become ashes in my flame. Journal 2. I finally found the source. It's a mutated thing, a living mushroom cloud. In all my years, stepping even remotely close to him will make you disappear. I have to defeat him somehow, yes, some way. If I could only find my gas mask and be the one to save the day. Well, here goes nothing, I'm off to face the beast. If the zombies don't get me first, I'm on my way to victory.
This is the zombie apocalypse. Nobody can escape. Nobody will live. This is the zombie apocalypse. Nobody can escape. Nobody will live.
Hi, it's your boy LaCroix, man. You already know what it is. Trauma House Boogeyman. You are watching No Haters. You did.
No haters, back like we never left. Breaking down the doors in your mind like a psychopath. Run the halls screaming, had your wheeling screaming, decaf. Got you running circles, bet your ass to say no decaf.
That's better. Trying to multitask, not paying attention. What the fuck? Anyway, No Haters, season 5, episode 2. We had to make this one a quick one back, and we had one on Saturday and another one today, just because we like to do shit that way. That and with Valentine's Day coming up on the weekend, we didn't want to hem that up for anybody like me. But all right, so without further ado, let's do this. We've got another. There we go. Look at that. We got a Fame in the house. What's going on, brother?
Whoa, what's good, homie?
Been one of those fucking days.
Hell yeah.
Still sick as fucking hell, but I'm here. I'm here, and I'm here.
That's what's up. At least you moving along though, you know what I mean? Still waking
Yeah,
up, so that means still doing something, alright?
yeah, yeah. I've got one of these stupid things in my fucking head, and oh my god, they taste horrible.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely horrible. But it's keeping me from coughing through all this shit. So,
No doubt.
all right, let's do this then. Unless you got something else to go first thing here, let's get our guest on the stage,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tiny Tim.
Whoa,
You
whoa.
you're gonna have to unmute yourself though, there, brother, because I got no control. There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Yeah, yeah.
That works. What's going on?
I'm just living it up. I ain't got nothing going on.
Well,
Right?
you be one of the only ones. No, you always got something going on. I don't want to hear that. You always got some shit going down with music and
Always.
all that. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
part of the underground. It's part of that grind. Part of what it is. I'm gonna get
Nah.
these off because I don't like the fucking glare.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Bugs the
always
shit out of me.
always grinding.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
always,
What
always.
else can
So
you do?
yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, let's see. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little scattered because I'm dealing with COVID and the flu. So this might be a little weird for
Keep
a
it over
minute,
there.
but I will absolutely, definitely get you back on when I'm feeling better, so we can do this better. And you've always got enough shit going on that it'll be like a brand new show anyway.
Hmm.
I got you.
So, Tiny Tim TJ, let's start with that because I know that wasn't not necessarily a bone of contention, but I know it's your name has changed but not changed over the years. We had this discussion the other day. Um,
Right.
uh, Speaking of which, I noticed that you changed the link on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. That was something that I didn't know. I didn't know Facebook had handles like Instagram did. So
Yeah, yeah, they had. I figured that out the hard way, you know, looking, and I have to because I have to figure out ways to link people's whatever in the promos and in posts and all that shit.
right,
So,
right.
how about let's start there? That looks like a good jumping off point. You were originally the TJ stood for the Juggalo,
You did
and this
way
has
back.
changed over the years.
Yes. So way back when I first started, my name did mean the Juggalo because I did kind of wanna like sink into that Juggalo culture, but I wanted to have some kind of freedom, and I was advised to just keep my name as TJ, because I didn't want to tie myself down to that Juggalo stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll keep my name as TJ, but I'll have it stand for the Juggalo. That's what I'll go by. Well, over time, I started kind of finding my character a little more. I kind of strayed away from the whole Juggalo thing. Like it wasn't a scene that spoke to me or gave me anything special. So I've kind of drifted away from that whole Juggalo game. Like I still got a lot of love for the people who rock with me, vibe with me. People like that who are in the Juggalo camp. I got no hatred towards Juggalos. It's just not personally my thing. So when I was thinking of something new for TJ to mean, I was kind of basing it off of the apocalypse. Like how can I relate this back to the apocalypse? Because that's pretty much my whole thing. So I thought of Total Jeopardy. The world will be coming to an end when you're dealing with me, because in the end, I am the apocalypse. I am the end of the world.
Okay, fair enough.
Or
So is that where we're at now? What it's standing for?
mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome.
TJ has stood for Total Jeopardy since I want to say like
Yeah.
mid last year.
Okay,
It's a new
cool,
day, new
cool.
era. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. That's and it's different. You know, it's not something anybody else has ever done. So
Yeah, too, like, you was talking about, like, like the Juggalo scene, like Juggalo, I guess, like music type shit. You know what I mean? Because Juggalo, like, there's certain artists that I hear that bass all their songs off of nothing but like throwing Fago and shit, even though they don't, that's not really their forte, but that's what they talk about, you know what I mean? Because they're, we juggalos and shit, you know what I mean? And,
Right.
uh, and sometimes I find, that I think with my music, it's, it, it's different, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's in like its own little certain class, you know what I'm saying? Like, even
Right.
though I still sway it towards juggalo shit because I'm a juggalo, but I don't speak of like the Dark Carnival or like, twisted references and shit like that, a lot in my songs. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's kind of like in between, you know what I mean? Like juggalos like my shit and I really appreciate that and I'm a juggalo through and stuff like that, but uh you know what I mean? Not every one of them is about killing something, but just about something terrible is happening in them. You know what I mean? It's horror music,
Right.
but it's just
Yeah.
different. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
okay
I
to go
do.
through changes and shit and figure out, you know what I mean, where what your music is to you and shit and what direction that you want to go to, even though you're your own person and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you can grow into a different person, just like that. Like I could wake up tomorrow and fucking sing country or something chaotic's favorite. You
I've
know what
always
I mean?
been
Like you
bent
never
on.
know.
Yeah, man. I definitely get what you're saying. I've really just more always been bent on doing my own thing, like making just
Mhm.
making my own way. Like obviously I'm still like a juggalo per se by heart. Like I'm repping my float
Mhm.
t-shirt with like massive pride, like it will never not be prevalent in my life. And the only reason that
Yeah.
I started like getting the motivation to make music was because the gathering. So I gotta give juggalos or at least the clowns some credit in some respect because they gave the path for this to happen. And I
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. Yeah, they showed you a pathway and you walked it. It's still walking. You know what I mean? You still on it and shit
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Just trying to walk the path. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That's all any of us can do. For real, for real.
Mm.
Well, shit, cool. Um, all right, so moving on. Um, trying to move on, trying to think. Um, same thing we do with everybody. You've seen it. We're gonna rake you over the coals. No. Um,
Yeah.
origin story. I mean, we got
What's
we
your
got the
blood type?
origin. Yeah, blood type, mother's maiden name, last four of your social. No, 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 no. We don't
Yeah.
want any of that shit. But no, everybody
Yeah.
likes a good origin story. We got part of the origin story for your name, so obviously the rest of it's in that too. So I'm just gonna hand you the floor and let you start where it started.
See, do y'all want the origin story is how I started making music or who I am as an artist? Because that's two separate things.
Both?
Which one you want to go with? Like, hell,
Okay,
you tell them both if you. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Which one came first? I guess
Yeah,
the.
all right,
You
we're
know what I
gonna
mean? What
we're
started
gonna
to
we're
do
gonna
it.
do
create?
first and the other.
Go big or go
Yeah,
home,
yeah.
brother.
What?
I got you. I got you. Okay, so picture this: a young, you know, not a juggalo s kid, 2022. His dad asks him if he wants to go to the 2022 Gathering of the Juggalos, and he accepts. So, said kid and his dad are at the Gathering of the Juggalos, and this kid sees all these people getting up on stage, they're killing it per
Hmm.
se in their own ways, and said kid thinks I can do that. So, said kid goes down to his dad's studio and records a very crappy Christmas cover song that I will never mention its name again. It's still up. If it's still up, and it plagues me to this day, but it's all about that legacy.
Right?
And pretty much the rest is history. I've just kind of been like, I've been slowly forming my story my throughout my throughout the career, throughout the experiences, throughout everything. And the thing that I got for story of how I got started as, as like the character that I am.
Right.
So, I hated the world so much that I decided something needed to be done. So, I kind of started to cause havoc. Just simple little things, crime, murder, things like that. And I decided, like Chaotic said, go big or go home. So I have a couple of options, and I decide that nuking the world is the best one. Hence the gas mask. We got to protect ourselves in
Yeah,
the terms of
yeah, that's what I
radiation.
was
Oh,
thinking.
of course.
So I decide to nuke the entire world, and this is where you get into the story of my album Nuclear Winter. I break into a nuclear base that's supposed to have like the largest nuclear warhead that's ever existed, like Sarbama times two type deal. So I get in there, I succeed, but I don't kill everybody. That's the thing. I wanted to kill everybody. I don't want to kill her. I wanted to kill everybody. I don't end up killing anybody. So the next part of my story, which is still in the process of being written, all I can tell you right now is people who represent this symbol right here, they bring me back to raise havoc. I'm not a person. I'm just the spirit of the apocalypse. More will be coming
Entity
soon,
of
but
sorts.
that's all I can really say for now.
Yeah, got that biohazard. Whoa,
Cool.
whoa.
Yeah. No, that's
Mm.
awesome. So the story is ongoing. We have more to look forward to in the future.
Oh yeah, there's tons to look forward to. And there's stuff from that little point before nuclear winter that I haven't even told musically yet. So I got plans that will continue on. Things like that.
Right? Chaotic might be radiated next time.
Maybe.
Mhm. It's Tiny Tim TJ the Juggalo. What up, Swill?
Yeah. Leave it to Swells.
What's snapping?
Swells
We
in the
all napping.
house. Yeah.
We all be watching
You
Swill's
know what I mean?
edition in
Sorry
this
I'm late
family
with
room.
napping. Yeah, we'll.
All right. So let's go to the mask. Is
Ooh.
this your first mask?
This is my second.
Your
Yeah,
second.
I thought it
My
would change. Yeah, yeah. From the first one, I actually, remember seeing like last year sometime. Was I think
yeah.
was different from this one.
I changed my mask around September or October of last year, just because I wanted something different. See, my first ever mask was this generic gas mask that I bought at Dollar General and kind of roughed up a little bit. It is literally right there next to me. Like it is
All right.
eternally, that is my legacy. That is the first ever apocalypse
Yeah.
mask. But I
Just in
wanted
case you got
something
to whip
different. I
that back
wanted
out.
maybe I did actually for a music
Yeah.
video that I did for Who I Am off of Mutated Nightmares, which just dropped. But I
Oh
ended
yeah.
up I wanted something different because I didn't want to just represent like nothing but a gas mask. I wanted to represent the spirit of the apocalypse. So this, besides a few like minor details, I'm definitely gonna upgrade. This is not my forever mask, but this is kind of the starting vision of what the face of the apocalypse looks like. You see how it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. The
looks like a gas
prototype.
mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a gas mask, but it's a ghoul. Like I
Yeah.
am just the spirit of what the apocalypse is, and like I am the embodiment of Armageddon, I feel.
So do you play Fallout any?
Um I don't much play games. I do like Fallout. I love the lore of Fallout.
right?
I love
I
lore of
watch a
these
little bit.
apocalyptic games.
Yeah, I watch a little bit. I was just wondering, you know what I mean, because of that whole Fallout shit or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I was just wondering because that's a big thing with some people and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I
What
played the
what the
shit out of Fallout 4 for a while, and then 76
And see, that's the
when it
thing.
dropped, I was all over that shit. But then I fell out of everything, and eh.
And that's the thing. Whenever you're an artist, you really, you don't really have time to play video games or anything like that unless you got like a game on your phone you can kind of do in between shit.
Well, I
But
mean,
I was just wondering.
even outside of artistry, I'm a busy man, you know. I got school, I got work, I got a whole label to run, just
Yeah,
not even musically, just business wise, you know. So
yeah,
I find ways to always tough it out. This has recorded 200 plus songs in the 4 years that I've been working. I'm
yeah.
on my grind.
Yeah, no fucking doubt.
That's how you got to do it too. You
On
got
Yes,
that.
to.
sir. Well, so there's a good segue. Let's talk a little bit about the label. How
My
long
favorite
you,
subject.
you like that one? Let's how long have you had Shut Up and Enjoy the Music going?
All right. So, started Shut Up and Enjoy the Music back in 2023, and there's a real interesting story to it. So, back when I first started, I wanted to represent something that was other than myself. So, I'm not even finna lie with you. I stole a logo off of some just random website, and I originally that was gonna be the logo. It was the Shut Up and Enjoy the Music Records logo. But okay, so I had my uncle take that logo and then base it off of me. And the rest is history. And this was back in 2023, so I've had it for 2 years. Got to be three, I think.
23. Yeah, we're working on it's beginning of 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on what month, I guess you started at.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Its
can't math right now.
its anniversary is August
Yeah, fuck
16th.
math.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate math.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
not
So you
like
even
got
math.
sure
like
what,
2.5 years now.
you know, like I'm not sure if I can remember the day that I first like recorded. You know what I mean? Like I think it was like it was at least sunny outside. I know that. Like warm. It wasn't fucking cold, that's for fucking sure.
I mean, I
Or
mine
maybe it
mine
was.
is
Fuck, I can't
December of
remember.
22. December
Oh
of
yeah.
22 was the first time I ever recorded something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you when I actually recorded. I know the first thing I recorded, recently this era, um, was the wow.
The
It was the
Halloween shit.
no, it was the no haters decipher. It was that first
Oh.
fucking cipher. It was when was that? That was
Oh yeah.
2020, 2021.
Yeah, something like that.
Shit, I don't even
No, it was
remember.
before then because I met you in 2021 and I was on the No Haters
Okay, so it
shit
had to be
before then.
2020, and it was like October. It was right around my birthday that shit dropped.
Yeah, something like that. Cause that's when cause we was at the gathering in 2021,
Yeah, yeah,
and I had to meet you sometime before then, I guess, huh?
yeah, yeah, kinda. So, shut up and enjoy the music. You've got quite the roster going now. It's not. It started out with just you, I'm assuming, and it just kind of blossomed.
Well, yeah, originally it was gonna just be me. I wasn't really interested in putting people on until I met a couple of people from my hometown they kind of got me in the loop of like how to support an artist and how to like be the owner of a collective label, whatever you want to call it. I don't
Mm.
even talk to any of those people anymore. That just shows you how far I've come in a 2.5 year period. I don't talk to any of the people that I started Sudom with. That's it still baffles me because at that point in my life, those people were like my best friends. And now I just got this whole roster of talent. And I mean, is it a great roster? Yes. You're not gonna find anything like it. But I don't know. It's come a long way. It definitely has come a long way from me putting on kids who barely even wanted to make music. I just wanted somebody to represent my thing.
Yeah, I guess that makes
But I'm
sense. I
proud
mean,
of
you
it.
got to start somewhere, right?
Oh yeah. And I mean there's not a day that I don't regret the thing. There's not a day that I regret the things I've done with Sudom. I've definitely turned that baby little logo into a sort of an empire. And I'm proud that I've done that. I've definitely put a lot of work into it, and there's still more work to be done. Like we got to get our LLC stuff like that, but
Mm.
it's coming along, slowly trucking. We're getting it done.
Well, one step at a time, brother. That's how that shit goes.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta take off running before you can walk.
Sometimes.
You
Sometimes
know what I
that's
mean?
how
Fuck.
that works.
I'm reading the comments.
Hell yeah. TJ fucking he's dope, motherfucker. TJ's cool dude. He wants to do a feature with you and shit like that. Like he's got some cool because he's got his own little label too. He's got some really dope artists on there too. So he was earlier in the comments he was saying that he was wanting to do a feature and shit and how to get in touch with you to try to do a feature and shit.
Instagram, always Instagram. Like I am on
Yeah,
Facebook, but if you actually want to get in contact with me and get a response, it's gonna be Instagram.
that's what I
Yeah,
told him.
there's most people. It's like one or the other. It's
Right? There's always like, no, you got to contact me on Instagram, or no, you got to contact me on Facebook. There's real no, or some people, if they're really insane, use email like a caveman.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah.
You got to write in a hustler storyline if you want to get to me.
I appreciate that, Kat. I very much appreciate you.
Yeah, it's
Let me link y'all up to the Instagram real quick.
Yeah. Do that. That way everybody in
All
the chat
right.
knows how to get a hold of you too, because not everybody clicks links and shit, or sometimes people miss shit at the same time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My
And
Instagram
we
name
here
is
to
at.
support each other and shit.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. My Instagram name is at TinyTimTJ. I'm gonna put a link in the comments in just a second so y'all can get it is a private account. Y'all are gonna have to follow me if y'all want to talk, free followers, stuff like that, leverage. But
Hmm.
I do I do actively do features because I'm gonna be honest, I say that I charge. Um I don't really charge. I've never really had a price for my voice because really if I can help these kids with their legacy, like even I'm up and coming, but I would like to say I built a name for myself in some respects. So
you
people
definitely
who want to
have.
work with me, I don't I don't really charge them because I'm not about that. I'm not about like money is the only way you can make it. I'm more about just, you know what? You sound dope. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for reaching out. I'll give you a 16 or an 8 or some voice lines or whatever you want to do. Like it's
Hell
all it's
yeah.
all about that underground love. Like there's
See that?
so
See,
many
I'm the
so many
same way.
people
You know what I
so
mean?
many
Like, not to interrupt you, but along that same side, like, this year, like, see, I do free features also at the same time. But this year, I'm asking people that I do features with is if they would at least give me some kind of, royalty thing if they put it on Spotify and shit like that.
Split
Other
stuff
like
like that.
YouTube and shit. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care. You know what I mean? At least, for my at least, my time or whatever, hell, couple
right,
percent or whatever, just if you release it on
right.
Spotify, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
just me doing shit different this year. I don't know if it's something you know what I mean? Because even if me and you was to do a song together and I release it, I'd give you a royalty split either way, whether you ask
I
or not.
appreciate
You
that.
could ask anybody that I do songs with that I do
Right.
royalty splits and shit right off the rip.
I mean, I'm not even really, I don't even really think that like time, money, I don't even think any of that stuff is relevant, but I do definitely see where you're coming from on that.
Hell yeah.
I, it depends on what they ask, honestly. If you ask for
Right.
royalties, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you royalties. Now, I do sometimes give royalties to features, and sometimes I ask for royalties. I think I've asked for it like 4 times.
Right.
One, two, three. Yeah, yeah. Or sometimes they'll just give them to me. Like
Yeah.
I've earned maybe half a penny from the
Yeah,
things
you know
that
what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because I'm
I mean
giving you
half
a
a
free
penny's half
feature,
a
you could
penny.
at least hook me up with at least a little percentage, if you
Oh, I
release it
mean,
nationwide and shit.
half a penny is half a penny. Like I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Because I do the same. You know what I mean? Because, it still supports, the homie that I did
Yeah,
a song with at the same time, whether people listen to me, then, or the song that we did, at least you get your little bit off of it. You know what I mean? Because I
right.
still think that, that still work. Writing and fucking recording that shit is all fucking, whether or not, like, you know what I mean? Like, all three of us sitting here, like, say, me and Chaotic do a song with you, you know what I mean? And Chaotic's like, hey, just give me like 10%. And then, like, I'd be like, I want 15 or whatever, you know what I mean? Or some shit like
I
that.
give it to
You
you.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah. Well, the main
no,
people that I
yeah, it's
the
like,
main oh, you go ahead, man.
go ahead. Oh shit, no, I was saying like, you know, like I try to set like a, like a, at least like a 10% or whatever, like royalty thing. Don't, you know what I mean? At least,
Right.
because you being in the studio, whether you go to somebody or whatever, it still costs money and shit like that. At least pay for my
Right.
gas or something
Well, I
eventually.
mean, I record right here. You're not wasting
Hell
any of
yeah.
my money or time when you ask me for a feature, low key.
This is my
The
mic
the
right
people
here.
the people that I see asking for splits the most are producers. And I get that. I've never had a producer not ask me for splits at least once. And I give it to them because I
Right.
mean, producers producing takes a whole lot of time. Okay, I will say
Oh
that.
yeah.
As a retired producer myself, producing that take a whole lot of time. All right, even just beat making like that takes a
See, that's
whole
what I'm saying.
there's there's
Everything,
there's
like from,
there's levels to everything.
yeah. And I'm not
And
saying
it's
just like 10% or anything. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
some
extremely
people set that fucking standard.
I don't
to answer
personally.
the
I don't give
question
a
in the
shit
chat,
one way or the other. If I
to
give
answer the
you
question
fucking,
that's in the chat,
hmm?
that's like a little bit of a gray area because that song's only on YouTube, but technically I have your royalty. I don't know. YouTube never made me a dime, so
Yeah, what's
what
ten
it is.
percent of
I hadn't
nothing?
made a dime on YouTube either,
Yeah, what's
but
10% of nothing?
I have made not a lot of money, but a couple dollars on Spotify though.
I got 20 whole dollars waiting on me in my DistroKid bank.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, that shit fucking build up. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah,
if
man.
you do features, whatever, just off whatever, man would fucking be fucking passing shit back and forth like herpes and
Right.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even gotten into that. I haven't done enough. I've been doing too much other shit. I spend too much time with no haters, so I don't get my own music done. That was actually what I had planned on
Oh
doing
yeah.
for a month and a half was my working on my music. Nope, I ended up
Yeah,
sick for
see?
most of it and
See, couldn't
sick
we
or
put these
working.
podcasts on Spotify? Ain't there a way to put these podcasts on Spotify and shit?
Yeah, there's a way to put them everywhere. I honestly haven't. I just haven't looked into it.
Right.
Just gonna
I
be
mean, you
honest.
just got me wondering now, now that we was on like the whole Spotify and shit thing.
Yeah, because I'm not worried about it. I mean, this isn't necessarily something I'm
Right.
trying to make money off of. If I do at some point, if we get that big that we're
Uh,
making money off it, awesome.
I want
If
an
we're
Emmy.
not, I don't give a
You
shit.
know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
We
It'd
could
be like
thank Tiny
Family
Tim and
Guys.
shit.
It'd be like Family Guy's search for an Emmy. It's just not happening.
Yeah. And all our motherfucking guests on here for making our fucking podcast fucking dope.
Mhm.
Yes,
Because if it's not for y'all guests and stuff being on here and shit, then of
there
course
wouldn't.
it'd just be chaotic fucking whacking off, and
Probably
I'd be
getting banned
fucking
every other
sitting
fucking
here
week.
like this. Yeah, I'd be sitting here like this, like, oh, I wish we had somebody to talk to.
Exactly.
So we appreciate your time, though, bro.
Thank you, man. And I appreciate this as well. I appreciate getting to come on and tell my story and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Cause
not
it's
trying to
all.
cut us
It,
fucking short or nothing like that. I was just fucking saying.
oh no, man, you're good. I get it. I appreciate getting to come on podcast because it lets me express myself. Like I'm a very secretive artist when it comes to like
Oh yeah, I
Instagram
know
and
about that. Yeah.
social media stuff like that. Like I don't really be putting too much effort into like promoting this. I just kind of promote
Mhm.
my music. So like podcasts, I always feel like podcasts are a good way to promote not your music but you.
Yes.
What are
Yeah,
you about?
and
Exactly.
two,
That's
it
why
gives
we do
like
shit the way we do it here. Because it's more laid back. It's not like in an official stuffy interview where I have a list of
Oh
questions and
yeah.
we gotta go through the questions and then
You have
shove you
but he
off and
questions
does.
written
do something
down.
else. It's
Yeah,
we have certain things that we ask
wrote him in
but
jizz.
it's about you and it's about people getting to know
Right.
you. So after the questions are over, it's just like we've been doing. We've been sitting talking about fucking royalties and whatever else. That wasn't on the fucking list. We don't care. It's
Huh.
about people getting to know you and who you are. This is your show. We're just the canvas.
That dude talk and ask questions sometimes. At least me,
I
you
like
know
it
what I
too.
mean? Because Chaotic does a little bit more research than I do on the whole. I'm still new at this co-hoster. You know what I mean? I'm only
Right.
just a couple months in, so
Huh.
you know,
If you if you've
still
done
new at
your
this.
research, chaotic, ask a question about Tiny Tim that only Tiny Tim would know.
I'm not going to tell you I've done that much research. I did tell you I've been sick
When's
for
your
about a month,
birthday?
right?
No, that's a
Uh,
question only Tiny Tim would know.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
that's a
uh,
hard one.
your phone's in your left pocket. No, I don't know.
My phone's right here.
It was near the left.
Yeah, you did technically get it right.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't
Somewhere
even
around there.
know. Really, you know what I mean? Like I have like a little phone down here, to where I could kind of see like us sitting here to where I could read the chats and shit. But whenever I'm looking up this way, I don't really know what side Chaotic
Right.
sits on of me and what side you sit
You're
on of
on
me.
that side. You're both on that side of me.
Y'all are both on this this side to
Hell
me.
yeah.
Yeah, that goofy foot shit fucks people up.
Like the camera mirroring and stuff. I don't know like which way to move my hands. Like I could
Yeah,
move my
yeah.
mask this way.
I, I try and figure in relation to whatever I've got here because I got my mic and my filter here, so I'm like, all right, that's there.
Yeah, see, I
They're
think
over
that's
there.
Chaotic's left hand. His tattoo is on his left hand.
That one. Yep.
Sorry. See, I have a stuttering problem, so every now and then I'll just whatever. But I guess now it's turned into a guessing game of no haters. You know what? Chaotic's left hand and shit, and
Right.
trying to figure out if it's in your right hand or left
Where
hand.
is it?
Like
Where
we're
is
a
it? Which
fucking
hand is
bunch.
it? Which hand
Yeah, a
is it?
bunch of fucking whatevers. I don't know
Yeah,
what.
I don't even know half the time. But
I've been up for forever.
yeah, say you're gonna. I
But
don't know what kind of time schedule you got there, Tim, but we're. I know my co-host has got to get up at the crack of ass. We're not cutting it short. We're not cutting it now. We're not cutting it now. Just giving you some warning.
that way, if I
Me
have to
being
cut off, you know what I mean. Y'all two can still sit and chat and shit like that. I just have to fucking be
yeah,
out
that
for a
that
minute.
that'll be for as
Yeah,
long
I
as
live
I
some
can.
long days, brother.
Yeah, that'll be for as
Hell
long as
yeah.
I can stand it. I've been today every day for like almost a week. I have been drugged up and sleeping most of the day, trying to just
Hmm.
get through this shit and get it out of my fucking system.
Yeah.
Today I actually didn't take anything until about an hour ago. Hour and a half ago. I finally took some cough syrup. I've been trying not to, and I've been up all day. So at some point I'm gonna crash
Hell yeah.
hard.
Trying to get your body to fight it off instead of just trying to use medicine to do it all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It was more just trying to drug myself up so I can just sleep through it,
Right.
but it's not really working.
Right. Fuck your sleep.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, whatever. It is what it is. All right. What else have we
So
got
what
on
is the
tap
next
here?
album coming up? So what
Yes.
is the next album that you're working on?
Okay. There's quite a few actually. Okay, so
Ooh.
next month, March, me and my brother Legendary Saiyan J, who's been in the chat tonight, him and I have a
Hell yeah.
super group called the Slaughterhouse Brothers. And we've been working on something, and I think with the phase that it's in, it's finally time to announce some details about it. So, the name of the album, the next Slaughterhouse Brothers album is called Return of the Laboratory Boys. It's got like
Nice.
16 or 17 tracks.
Laboratory
It's
boy.
got a couple dope features on it. I can't necessarily say who the artwork's being done by yet. I have that. It's all getting ready to go. We're kind of on the schedule of waiting on our guitarist and waiting on the graphic artist at this point. But just know that is coming really, really soon. I
Hey,
project like
too.
early to I
If you
predict
need a
like early to
guitarist,
mid March.
Chaotic knows a dope ass guitarist.
Yes,
I
he
have a
If you're
do.
looking for a guitarist
But
on any of your stuff or whatever, Chaotic knows a
well,
cool dude.
the the
I have a local guitarist out here. He's my buddy. I've known him less than a year, but he's my buddy. Like I love dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He actually doesn't live far from me, so sometime in the near future I plan to just go kick it with him, record things like that. But
Hell yeah, that's what's
the
up. You know what I mean? It's cool
Oh yeah,
to,
man.
keep your homies, doing the same shit that you're doing. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Music wise and everything.
Yeah,
beyond
yeah.
beyond supergroup work, kind of, me and my buddy Oblivion have something really special coming out in like summer. Where I'm not gonna say too much about it, but just know it is happening. And near end of this year, my next solo album's gonna come out. There's quite a few things that still need to be done for it, so
Mm.
it is definitely not finished. But it's slowly getting there. And I also have a super trio called the Smilers. So what I can say about that is y'all ever remember playing games with your friends at school? Y'all remember a
Uh,
Eh.
game where you had to guess a certain letter of words or a phrase,
I
and
didn't
every
really have
time you
many
got
friends at school, is why is my hesitation.
yeah, low
Yeah,
key, not
no.
me neither. But the
Yeah.
game, you have to guess a certain word or phrase, and if you get a
Mm.
letter wrong, another body part's drawn.
Oh,
And
you're
if
talking about Hangman.
That's all I can say for that. But just
Huh.
know, on all sides, things are coming. 100%. It's gonna
Okay.
be a good year.
Cool. Yes. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a really good year for the underground. Everybody's got
Mm.
so much shit going on.
Everybody got something to
Yes,
drop,
sir.
you know. It's gonna be a good year. This is 2025 was kind of a stale year, so 2026 I'm only projecting up. Only
That's
up,
the
Yes,
you know?
sir.
only way to go.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's the only way to go. You know what I mean? Because failure is not an option.
No.
Oh god. When you fail, you give in to the demons, and I can't really be doing that these days. I
Fair
got the
enough.
cross on me at all
Yeah, yeah.
times. I can't be giving in to my demons. My demons don't even want to touch me
Shit.
because I got that.
Give in. I
Mine's
dance
molesting
with
me like
mine.
a motherfucking damn I was like at church and shit.
Lil man, what's up, my bio gang brother? How are you?
Oh shit, Low
Whoa,
Man in the
whoa.
house.
Lil
No
man is
doubt.
legendary.
Yeah, yeah, he's good shit. Had him on the show last year. He's we got to get him back on here at some point.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
and I just sidetracked myself. Fuck. All right, good
Just
enough.
talking about demons and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I dance with my demons. I'm not scared of them, but I'm not scared of anybody else's either. You know, we had when Sweet Pea and I first got together, she was having issues with her own, and I just told her point blank, "Don't worry about it. I guarantee mine are bigger and badder, and I ain't scared of mine. They don't fuck with me." Well, hers kind of left, and we've
Right.
actually got it sounds funny, but it's actually more real than you think. We actually have. I got a picture somewhere. We've got a claw mark of some sort on the inside of our bedroom window, like something was trying to get out
Mm.
because they just don't want to fuck with me. They want to fuck with my demons. It's not. I'm not like Satanist or anything. I know my demons. I've dealt with them for
My
52 years. I'm not worried about them, and
my
they
whole
take care of all
standpoint,
the bullshit.
my hold on like my whole standpoint on like demons and spirits and stuff. I think paranormal activity is utter malarkey. The fact that people walk the earth after their death, it's just it's never sparked anything in my mind. I believe personally that when you're seeing a ghost, you're seeing a reflection from a higher plane of existence. You're just seeing the reflection of your higher being. Because we all have a higher form somewhere in this universe. I'm getting all this from my dad. So if he bursts in here and says I taught you and says he taught me this, he sure did. But we all have a higher state of being somewhere in the universe. And when we die, all that remains on this human earth, while we go up there, our reflection stays down here. And sometimes our reflection can be seen. But the fact that like humans wander the earth after they die, I've never been a personal fan of that theory just because I can't I can't see it. But I fully believe the demons are real and they walk the earth. And that's why you got to learn to master them. When you learn to
Fair
master your
enough.
demons, they're not a big problem. But when
Also,
you
I
let it
said
control you,
I dance
that
with mine. I ain't worried about it. I've seen the proof though. Like I say we're Sweepy and I are from Vermont, and Vermont has some of the most haunted places in the country. My the house that my ex-wife and I owned for a while. Even after we divorced, I was still there for years because it didn't bother me. But we had she had issues because we found out after the fact that the house was built on not one, not two, but three ley lines that intersected right there underneath the house. And it we we had an issue one day with something ran through her first thing in the morning. Shit like that go down. We was she I never actually saw them, but I felt them every once in a while. They again, they didn't fuck with me. They knew better, and we had an understanding. I would tell them as soon as they started trying to make themselves known to me. I would just tell them point blank out loud because it was usually in the bathroom, which is weird. Look,
they were
this
trying
is
to catch
how it
you
is.
acting, man.
We can live together in harmony, or I can exercise your ass. I can just get the fuck rid of you because I
You
am
just
a
start
pagan.
masturbating all over the place and let them see that.
Well, there could be. I mean, that goes without saying. Um, but the uh, being a
That's
pagan,
what I do.
I've learned how through over the years to get rid of shit like that. And after the first time I did it, they never fucked with me again. All I had to do if they made themselves known was go, no. Remember
Mm.
our talk? You want to stay here? You're welcome. But
But
there's
what
going to
if
be
it's a
none of
different
that.
one?
And they would go the
What if
fuck
it's a
away.
different entity?
It might have
What
been.
if
I don't
it's a
know.
blind entity or a deaf entity and they can't
Well,
hear you?
if they're deaf, then that's just
Yeah, if it's
SOL.
deaf, then you're just kind of screwed. Like, well, what are you supposed to do then?
Shit, no, they're just
Yeah, you
screwed
know what I
because
mean?
I'm just gonna get rid of them because they're not hearing me.
I mean, just because a deaf person dies and their spirit's here, does that mean they get to hear and shit?
Probably.
Good
Is
question.
is the same theory of like if a paraplegic man dies, is he allowed to walk in the afterlife? My sources say yes. I
I
believe
mean, it's
that
possible if you go to heaven, if they say heaven is real and shit like that, and as God says that, you know what I mean, there is no
well,
hurt in
really,
heaven. So, are you really
there
hurting?
really isn't. And when a spirit gets into heaven, their body is cleansed of all like their abnormalities or pain that they suffered through their life. That's why heaven is always regarded as such a holy, happy place. It's
Mm.
because all of the pain of life is cleansed. We don't have to worry about it anymore because we're already up there. We died. We don't have to worry nothing about what's going on in the world at all, you know? But I also have kind of a side theory that we all died in 2020 and this is some kind of hell, but I won't get into
Well,
that.
that's a possibility too. I've got a lot of crackpot theories, but it's what it is.
The snow ain't real. The snow ain't real.
The cake is a lie. All right.
The
Uh,
snow is not
I'm.
real.
No,
I
then you
can.
must fake the earth is flat, they're in our walls.
Oh.
They
Oh,
are.
we don't even want to go there.
They did. It is.
I'm starting to fade out,
So
so
dead
I
or
may have
alive, right
to.
fast.
Yeah, we may have to cut this, and I apologize. And again, I promise you, we will get you back on here when I'm feeling better, and we can talk about what the fuck ever for how the fuck ever long. Um, so dead or alive, we got to do this. If there was one artist, dead or alive, that you could work with for an album, who would it be?
See, that's a question that I don't really think about because there is no one clear answer. Like I don't there's never really been one clear artist for me that I've just like died to work with because if they're alive, there's always a chance of you working with them. Like no matter how big and famous you are, if you can get in contact with the right people, you can work with anybody that's alive and even folks that are dead. But
You can get in contact with them too. We just got to get the right Ouija board.
I've never really just had one good answer on that. Like I have a couple. Like I mean, Kanye would be pretty cool to work with. That's he's on my list. Um,
Right? Yeah.
I
I
mean,
like Two Chains and like Waka Flocka. I like dudes like that and shit too. You know what I mean?
in terms of like underground, I don't really. I could just go typical and say something like Gino or the
Mm.
Clowns or Twisted, but like really, I don't know. I'm not entirely too sure who I would just die to work with, you know? I work with who I work with, and whatever happens, happens, you know? Like, I feel like it's all just a process that we have to live out. Everything will come in due time. So, anybody that I'm dreaming of working with now, I could be working with 10, 20 years down the road if they're still alive, you know?
Right.
That's a very good question, and people there's everybody like so many people in this underground who do have definitive answers to that.
It's hot as
I've just
shit in
never put
here.
too much thought into it because I know that my
Fuck.
answer is unclear.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Sweepy just got home, so she's being loud.
She is always loud.
Dissing and hating, huh?
Anyway, usually. All right. Well, I don't know where my co-host went. Oh, he just
He
disappeared.
disappeared. The ops got him, if you
Oh,
will.
there he is.
Yeah, I had to
All right.
change my damn battery on my shit. Sorry, it's dead.
Sure.
No, you're good. You're good, brother. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this short, gentlemen. Um, long day. I gotta get some fucking sleep. And
No doubt,
Really, I
and
just
feel
came here to
better.
call quits. Fuck you.
yeah, well, not my
Always
fault
get
you
you
left.
feeling better,
I
brother.
had roller derby last night. I had to go beat people up.
Beat people up and shit.
I felt
Yeah,
the
she ain't even got to
chains
say hey to
across
Tiny
the
Tim
fucking
yet.
gym.
She ain't even got to say hey to Tiny Tim yet.
Across the gym.
All right, so
You didn't say
origin
hi to
story.
Tiny Tim.
You know, origin story.
Yes, you got to get up.
You know,
There you
back,
go.
you know what I mean. Back,
Okay, she's saying
back to the
Bomb.
beginning. Yeah, back to the beginning. Started all over for Sweet Pea.
Yeah,
Something with a bomb. I don't know. I forgot.
Hell
yeah, I
yeah,
don't know.
no doubt.
Nuclear,
But we're
whatever.
all cool as fuck. Cool
Yes.
as a motherfucker.
Oh.
All right.
But hell
So,
yeah. Hope you do feel better though, bro.
I know how to
Of
make
course,
bombs.
brother. Get to feeling better.
Any last minute plugs, gentlemen?
I would just like to
Christopher,
show love to
baby.
all my people at Sudom. I love you guys. Y'all are what keep me going. Y'all are my family, absolutely. I want to give love to Bio Gang and Mass
Can you
Gang,
play Dead or
Bio
Alive?
Freak Records and Mass Gang, really. I love all those dudes. I'm so thankful that
Did
I'm
we play
allowed to
Dead or
represent
Alive?
their crews. I hope I've been doing you good. I want to give shout outs to the entire underground because y'all are the people that keep me going. Y'all are what motivate me to be a part of this scene every single day. I appreciate you. Even in this divided world, the underground is the diamond in the rough that keeps us going. And I show so much love to the underground every single day. And I appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you guys. I'm very glad that we got to discuss this today.
Yeah, we
Yes, sir.
appreciate you coming on here, brother. I've been trying to get you on here for a minute, so I'm glad schedules finally,
Of course.
I don't know, whatever, converged. I can't. My brain is half fried. I'm telling you, man. Through the course of this shit, I'm telling you, I burned my brain out a couple of times. These
You don't have any
fevers got
brain cells
stupid,
left to burn
and
out.
nobody asked you.
I'm home. The show is not the same without my
Jesus.
mouthy ass.
Thankfully, it's not your ass that's being mouthy.
Yeah.
I would not be able to stay in here. Anyway, all right, cool. So, much love, many whoops. We will get you
I
on here
appreciate
again,
it.
brother. Everybody else, support the underground. Go check out Tiny
No
Tim's shit
doubt.
if you have not. Shut up and enjoy the music. All the good artists on there. And
Yes,
Whoa, whoa.
I'm being.
Get
I
a
will
second head.
lick you. Get my COVID germs all over your nose. I love you. Anyway, yeah, that'll do it. So, many whoops and much love, and we
much
will
love.
see y'all. Oh, who is it? Not this Saturday. Next Saturday, we got the Sarge. We got the
Sarge.
Sarge. So,
Why do I smell? Oh,
why do
couldn't
you
figure out why I
smell what?
smelled chicken.
You brought home KFC. Why do you think you smell chicken?
I don't know.
Fuck. Here's my night. All right. Love y'all,
Whoa,
love
whoa.
y'all, love y'all.
Much love, yo.
Next time.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye.